Voices of Today presents The Lay of the Werewolf by Marie de France, translated by Eugene Mason. Featuring Leanne Yao as the narrator, Andy Harrington as the Lord, PJ Morgan as the wife, David Shears as the king, and Thomas Peter as the counsellor. The Lay of the Werewolf. Amongst the tales I tell you once again, I would not forget the lay of the werewolf. Such beasts as he are known in every land. These Claveray he is named in Brittany, whilst the Norman calls him Garwal. It is a certain thing, and within the knowledge of all, that many a christened man has suffered this change, and ran wild in woods as a werewolf. The werewolf is a fearsome beast. He lurks within the thick forest, mad and horrible to see. All the evil that he may, he does. He goeth to and fro, about the solitary place, seeking man, in order to devour him. Hearken now to the adventure of the werewolf that I have to tell. In Brittany, there dwelt a baron who was marvellously esteemed of all his fellows. He was a stout knight, and comely, and a man of office and repute. Right private was he to the mind of his lord, and dear to the counsel of his neighbours. This baron was wedded to a very worthy dame, right fair to see, and sweet of semblance. All his love was set on her, and all her love was given again to him. One only grief had this lady. For 3 whole days in every week, her lord was absent from her side. She knew not where he went, nor on what errand. Neither did any of his house know the business which called him forth. On a day when this lord was come again to his house, altogether joyous and content, the lady took him to task, right sweetly, in this fashion.
"Husband,"
said she,
"and fair sweet friend, I have a certain thing to pray of you. Right willingly would I receive this gift, but I fear to anger you in the asking. It is better for me to have an empty hand than to gain hard words."
When the lord heard this matter, he took the lady in his arms, very tenderly, and kissed her.
"Wife,"
he answered,
"ask what you will. What would you have? For it is yours already."
"By my faith,"
said the lady,
"soon shall I be whole. Husband, right long and wearisome are the days that you spend away from your home. I rise from my bed in the morning, sick at heart, I know not why. So fearful am I, lest you do aught to your loss, that I may not find any comfort. Very quickly shall I die for reason of my dread. Tell me now where you go, and on what business? How may the knowledge of one who loves so closely bring you to harm?"
"Wife,"
made answer the lord,
"nothing but evil can come if I tell you this secret. For the mercy of God do not require it of me. If you but knew, you would withdraw yourself from my love, and I should be lost indeed."
When the lady heard this, she was persuaded that her baron sought to put her by with jesting words. Therefore she prayed, and required him the more urgently, with tender looks and speech, till he was overborne, and told her all the story, hiding naught.
"Wife, I become bis Claveray. I enter in the forest, and live on prey and roots, within the thickest of the wood."
After she had learned his secret, she prayed and entreated the more as to whether he ran in his raiment, or went spoiled of vesture.
"Wife,"
said he,
"I go naked as a beast."
"Tell me, for hope of grace, what you do with your clothing."
"Fair wife, that will I never. If I should lose my raiment, or even be mocked as I quit my vesture, Then a werewolf I must go for all the days of my life. Never again should I become man, save in that hour my clothing were given back to me. For this reason, never will I show my lair.
Husband,
replied the lady to him.
I love you better than all the world. The less cause have you for doubting my faith or hiding any title from me. What savour is here of friendship? How have I made forfeit of your love? For what sin do you mistrust my honour? Open now your heart and tell what is good to be known.
So, at the end, outwearied and overborne by her importunity, he could no longer refrain, but told her all.
Wife,
Said he,
within this wood, a little from the path, there is a hidden way, and at the end thereof an ancient chapel, where oftentimes I have bewailed my lot. Nearby is a great hollow stone, concealed by a bush, and there is the secret place where I hide my raiment, till I would return to my own home.
On hearing this marvel, the lady became sanguine of visage because of her exceeding fear. She dared no longer to lie at his side, and turned over in her mind, this way and that, how best she could get her from him. Now, there was a certain knight of those parts, who for a great while had sought and required this lady for her love. This knight had spent long years in her service, but little enough had he got thereby, not even fair words or a promise. To him the dame wrote a letter, and meeting made her purpose plain.
Fair friend,
Said she,
be happy. That which you have coveted so long a time, I will grant without delay. Never again will I deny your suit. My heart and all I have to give are yours, so take me now as love and dame.
Right sweetly the knight thanked her for her grace, and pledged her faith and fealty. When she had confirmed him by an oath, then she told him all this business of her lord, why he went, and what he became, and of his ravening within the wood. So she showed him of the chapel, and of the hollow stone, and of how to spoil the werewolf of his vesture. Thus, by the kiss of his wife, was Bisclaveret betrayed. Often enough had he ravished his prey in desolate places, but from this journey he never returned. His kinsfolk and acquaintance came together to ask of his tidings, when this absence was noised abroad. Many a man, on many a day, searched the woodland, but none might find him, nor learn where Bisclaveret was gone. The lady was wedded to the knight who had cherished her for so long a space. More than a year had passed since Bisclaveret disappeared. Then it chanced that the king would hunt in that self-same wood where the werewolf lurked. When the hounds were unleashed, they ran this way and that, and swiftly came upon his scent. At the view, the huntsman winded on his horn, and the whole pack were at his heels. They followed him from morn to eve, till he was torn and bleeding, and was all adread lest they should pull him down. Now, the king was very close to the quarry, and when Bisclaveret looked upon his master, he ran to him for pity and for grace. He took the stirrup within his paws, and fawned upon the prince's foot. The king was very fearful at this sight, but presently he called his courtiers to his aid.
Lords,
Cried he,
hasten hither and see this marvelous thing. Here is a beast who has the sense of man. He abases himself before his foe and cries for mercy, although he cannot speak. Beat off the hounds, and let no man do him harm. We will hunt no more today, but return to our own place with the wonderful quarry we have taken.
The king turned him about and rode to his hall, Beast-Claveret following at his side. Very near to his master the werewolf went, like any dog, and had no care to seek again the wood. When the king had brought him safely to his own castle, he rejoiced greatly, for the beast was fair and strong, no mightier had any man seen. Much pride had the king in his marvellous beast. He held him so dear that he bade all those who wished for his love to cross the wolf in